Hi everyone, this is Marianne and welcome to my channel. Now I know this video is petty and I know that I am being very petty in this video, but I really just need to get my feelings out. It is no one's fault. I did not do anything bad. No one did anything bad to me when it comes to leather watch bands. But I just got so annoyed, and this kind of has a story behind it, but the story isn't so long. So, from time to time, I have been looking online for leather watch bands that are of a lighter color, something that is closer to the starlight color of my Apple Watch. And I have seen that leather colors called khaki were a color that I thought I would like. So, I bought one. The pictures looked good online, and it was listed as genuine leather. And upon unboxing or unpacking, it did have that right leather smell. This is a 22 millimeter band, which is slightly wider than the 20 millimeter leather watch band that I previously bought. I unboxed this moss green Italian leather watch band in a video, which I will link down below. And I do like the color of the new khaki leather watch band that I just unboxed, although it's structured differently than the green Italian leather band. The green band did not have a lining at the back of the keeper, while the khaki one did, which is the same material as the one used at the back of the actual bands. And the green watch band did not have a different leather material for the back. It was a single piece of Italian leather that was folded over. So, anyway, the quality of the green band is still so much more superb than this new khaki band, but I wanted to try out khaki for a change because, like I said, I wanted something that's closer in color to Starlight. Now, I have already purchased weeks prior these lugs for the Apple Watch in Starlight for 22 millimeter bands. I bought them specifically to match my watch, of course, but also to match the color of the leather band. I wanted to achieve that kind of tone on tone look. Now, just to show you the difference, the Starlight lugs have a brushed finish or a matte finish. The silver lugs that I'm using for the green band has a shiny metallic finish. I wasn't really paying attention to these details when I was ordering the lugs. I just wanted them to be the right color and the right size. So I just popped the spring bars into the bands and then popped the bands into the lugs. And it looked okay, but right off the bat, I could tell this khaki band wasn't really doing it for me. It's too big, but that's okay. We have a friendly neighborhood watch repair person who added a hole on the green strap for me weeks ago. I can ask him to do the same for the new khaki strap, but I have to mark it, so I used the holes on the green strap as a template to make a mark on the khaki strap. The next day, a hole was indeed added to the strap, and the color was right. As you can see, it is a nice match to the Starlight watch, but I did keep looking at it because I didn't like it and I did not even know why. Anyway, after a few days, here's the band. I kept wearing it for only a day, and then I would switch to another band, and then I would try again with this band, but nothing could keep me wearing this band for longer than a day. I really did not know why. The color is okay, and this is the color that I wanted. And it is real leather. It's not fake. It does not make me itch, and it's soft and comfortable, but I just don't like it. And because I have been giving it a chance by wearing it, it kind of stretched a bit. So I figured if I was going to keep buying leather watch bands for my tiny wrist and continuing to add holes to the band after it had stretched, I might as well buy myself a leather hole punching tool. So I got one. This is super cheap. As you can see, it looks cheap, but it can make holes of different sizes. It can punch holes in belts as well, maybe bags if you need to. But for now, I just needed to punch holes in a watch band. But I ended up not punching the holes in that watch band because I did not even feel like that band was worth the bother. So here's the band again now, weeks after it was delivered. After I tried wearing it several times, I still don't like it. Maybe it's the texture. It's kind of matte and it doesn't look good after it got scratches. Leather should look better and better as it gets old and gets scratches and patina and becomes shiny with use. Like, you know what I mean? Those are the things that most people love about leather. I mean, you choose leather partly because of that, but the scratches on this one just makes the band look ugly. And it had gotten slightly shinier over time, but there is that small patch that is matte and slightly lighter in color from the rest. I don't know what's going on there. So I just decided I did not want this band anymore, and I did not even want to pass this on to a friend. I feel like that would make me a bad friend to curse a friend by giving them this ugly band. So I just gave up and I caved and ordered what I think is a much better leather band, still listed as khaki, which was really what I was looking for, but it's stiffer and has contrast stitching all around the edges in an off-white thread that I know will match the Starlight very nicely. It's also a darker and richer color of leather than the previous band, as you can see. And because this new one is stiff, I tried to make it curve a little more. And when I did that, I noticed that the leather became lighter in color. See, these two bands started out the same color, but now the long band is lighter than the short band. When I bent and curved the shorter band the same way, the color became lighter as well. When I do that to the older band, nothing happens. And I don't need to do that anyway because the old band is very floppy and soft. You only bend a strap when it's stiff. So anyway, this new strap came with extra spring bars and a spring bar tool, and you have already seen me take out a leather band off lugs before. I will link that video down below. But after I have taken the old bands off the lugs, I really could not help it. I simply had to take this old band apart because I thought maybe if I took it apart, I could see why I dislike this so much. So I just used my scissors to snip off the loop at the top where the spring bars go. And so I could peel off the layers from there, but it's been glued so efficiently that I needed to snip off the band lengthways part of the way to have a kind of a free corner from where I could peel off the layers. Now, this is the inside of the dark brown lining, but I don't really know how the edges were covered or rolled or folded because there doesn't seem to be a fold over beyond the edge. I don't know how they did it, but in between the dark brown back material and that khaki leather, there is this thicker but very soft gray material. I don't know what this is. It's fuzzy, so maybe it's some kind of leather. But here is the khaki. It's very thin, and this is the brown material on the back of the band. Even after I took this apart, I still don't know why I don't like this band. So moving on, after I have taken the Starlight lugs from the old band, I just popped the spring bars into the new bands and then snapped them onto the lugs. Now on my Apple Watch, I have the silicone sport band that it came with, the Starlight color, and I have my emergency medical tag attached to the band. As you can see here, I have a video about emergency medical tags to attach to a watch, and I will link it down below. Now this band is of course very long, as most leather bands are on me, so I need an extra hole, and that's where this tool comes in. I just needed to unscrew the lever that acts as a lock and then rotate the head to the size of hole punch that I want, which is the smallest one here, and then rescrew the lock. And to test out the leather hole puncher, I used the old discarded watch band. The hole that the hole punch makes seemed to be very close in size to the holes on the new strap. And if you are someone with very small wrists and you wear leather bands, it would be a good idea for you to have one of the leather hole punchers because you will always end up needing extra holes on your watch. Although I do wonder sometimes why manufacturers cannot make leather straps that have no holes on them. Because it would look so cool to have a leather strap with just one hole, and that one hole is the perfect one for your wrist size. That would make the band look custom, even though it isn't. But all leather watch bands already come with a set of holes, which I think is a bit of a bummer because I never end up using those holes. Now, one of the things to remember when deciding how tight a band should fit your wrist, you should also consider the weight of the watch. A heavier watch requires a tighter fit for the band, or else the watch would kind of flop around and it will feel uncomfortable. The Apple Watch Series 9 isn't really heavy. This is just the aluminum version, but it's kind of big for my tiny wrists, so I prefer a band that fits tighter than usual, especially if it's leather, because over time the leather gets more smooth and slippery, so all the more that the watch flops around. The silicone bands do not slide around because they grip the skin, so it's okay if they are not so tight. So after deciding where the new hole should go, I marked it with a pencil and then went ahead and punched out the hole, making the best effort to make it as centered as I could. And it's the perfect hole for my wrist size. Now this band I really like. I like the contrast stitching. It really does go well with the starlight color of the watch. And the slightly darker and warmer leather is a very good match as well, not only to the watch but to my skin. The previous band has cool undertones, and now that I have wrecked it, I feel no guilt. This watch band should not be made available to people. I finally have a khaki colored leather watch band that I like, and it's a good match to the color I chose for the modular watch face that I'm now using. And the end of the strap goes up to there. See, it's really too long for me, but the keeper seems to hold for now. And so I won't need to place my medical emergency tag on this watch band. It would also be nice not to cover up the band because I do want to show off the nice color. As for the medical emergency tag, I placed it on the survival bracelet that my niece made for me about 10 years ago when we were both living in the same area in Makati City in Metro Manila. I kept the survival bracelet and it just turned out to be the right width for the silicone adapter of my emergency medical tag. It's just bulky, but that's okay. This survival bracelet is a true survival bracelet. I mean, I really can take this apart to use as a rope if needed because the ends are not glued together, as you can see. Of course, I hope I never get into that situation. The search for a khaki watch band is so petty. I know, especially in the greater scheme of things, we have much bigger problems than this, but that's just the point. We should be able to find happiness in the little things if the big things are not making us happy. Okay, that's enough drama. I'm happy now thanks to this new watch band. I hope you're also finding happiness in the little things. No matter what is going on in your life, please just remember to hold on and to find reasons to live however you can. I'm hoping for better days for all of us. And that is my little video for you today. Thanks for watching. Bye.